Yo, Big V, welcome back to our podcast here, Youth League 2 Women. Now, one more round before these teams jump into the finals race. Very, very exciting times as we begin to start polling some of these votes and putting together the list of who's going to be our finals candidates, our MVP, our starting five, and all thereabouts. Now, it is very, very exciting time. And the number one candidate here on top is got to be Olivia Kingston from Sherbrooke. 23 points per game, 18 rebounds per game. She can steal the ball. She hasn't turned the ball over overly much. She can stretch the floor a little bit. She's shot 37 threes, made 10 of them, so shooting over 25% from the field. She does get her girls involved, quite efficient from the line as well. She's got to be, the number one candidate here, even though they're on a team that doesn't get a certain amount of wins.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of thinking there. When it comes to voting and coaches voting, it's pretty hard when you're on a losing team. But I guess when you look at numbers like that, 23 points a game and 18 rebounds a game, it's pretty hard to go by. You'd expect her to poll in most games from both teams. So she's been really impressive. I look at, when I'm talking MVP candidates, I find the Albury-Wodonga Bandits incredibly interesting, Ted, because they've got several really good players, without a doubt. However, they don't really play that many games. They've got, I believe, they've had Georgie Salinger play most games, and she's been good. But otherwise, you have such a big roster there, and they're not playing the same girls every week.
No, you're right, and that does disrupt the coaches' votes quite a lot. You see someone come in and you give her votes, and then you never see her again.
Yeah.
So it's very, very interesting. But no, I reckon you're right there, George Salinger. 14 games, just under 9 points per game there. You would think she'd sort of be the number one candidate for Albury.
Yeah, for sure. And then obviously we cannot talk MVP without talking Southern Peninsula and Erin Rosowski. She's had a phenomenal season again, averaging 16 points to go with her 19 rebounds a game, which are, these are like, what do they call it, video game numbers, Ted?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. She rebounds the ball so well for Southern Peninsula, but once again, she's in a similar spot to Kingston. They're not winning all the time, so whether she's going to get poll that many three voters is going to be interesting.
Absolutely. Now, we'll jump to a team that is winning quite a lot of the time of Bellarine. They were on top of the ladder for pretty much the whole season. They're undefeated for over half of the season, I believe. And they have just a variety of players who can get the job done on any single night. Now, you got the Field sisters, we believe, of Summer and Alicia Field. You got Alicia Withers and Piper Copeland, who are probably their top four players here. And all of them have exceptional games at any point in time. And they have shown out and shown their skill set in different games. They've all had 20-point pieces. I think 3 of them had 20-point pieces in one game. So
yeah.
It's incredibly hard for coaches to dissect a game with all 4 of these girls playing really, really well. Who are you going to vote for? What are you actually going to look for? Is it just points? Are you going to have a look at points, rebounds, assists, percentage, shooting percentage?
I'll ask you this question right now, Ted. Who's the best player on Bellarine's team?
I don't know.
Exactly, and I think that's going to be, whilst it makes them a really formidable team and they'll be aiming for ultimately championship success, I'm not sure that when it comes to the MVP of the league, whether we can say it's from Bellarine, because they're just so well spread and they're such a good dynamic team.
You're right, but then you look at these numbers, like Summerfield is averaging 14 points per game and just under 10 points with 8. You got Withers, it's a double-double, 12 points and 11 rebounds. You got Alicia Field, who's had some amazing games. So all these girls are going to poll 3 votes because they are winning as well.
Yeah, 100%. It'll be very interesting how that all plays out. But they're a good team. I'm just not sure whether how they'll go about it. I start to think about other successful teams, and we start to think of the Morningtons, the Whittleseys, and for me, Mornington stand out is Kiana Catramatos. Had some really big games along the way, but averaging 12 and almost 12.5 points a game to go with a couple of rebounds. She steals the ball well with 3 a game. She could come about. She could be one who really thrives when it comes to voting.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's sort of a fan favourite in this league. Mornington are are an excellent association, and she gets a lot of appreciation there. Another pair that I sort of think about as well is Isabel Ryan and Indiana Bodley, apologies, from Whittlesea. Ryan's had some exceptional games at the start of the season. Bodley sort of found their form towards the second half of the season. You'd think that these two girls would poll quite well, and coaches vote for these girls a lot. But again, stealing votes off each other if both of them have good, consistent games.
Certainly an exciting lead up in ahead of our return of the Big V Awards night on the 2nd of September. It's sure to be a great night.
Absolutely. That'll be all for us, guys. One more round for Youth League 2 women before they jump into finals. Super, super exciting. Keep it locked. We'll catch you soon.